Hi everyone, I'm John and this is Just A GearHead, and in today's episode we undo a whole bunch of the work I just finished doing. Stay tuned. I was filling it up with oil and transmission fluid and put coolant in it. As I put coolant in it, I'm hearing coolant running out somewhere. And so I thought maybe I left the petcock open on the new radiator or one of the hoses wasn't connected right. Turns out it was leaking from back in here. It's right where the head meets the block. So obviously I screwed up something. Alright, so it's been a couple of weeks since the last video. Me and Talina went to Vegas for our anniversary. So yeah, we had a good trip. I'll probably do a video up, and might have already put it up. I don't know. We'll see how order I put these things in. But at the end of the last video where I was working on the Century, I had the motor mostly put together, as you see it behind me, and I was filling it up with fluids. Got to the point where I was putting in the antifreeze and coolant, and it started peeing out the side of the block. Right between the head and the deck of the block. So, I realized a quick shot of where it's coming out and discuss what we're probably going to have to do. Like I said in the last video with the car, we had the fluid going, the coolant going in, and it started to pee out basically right below this bolt, right from the seam between the head and the engine block. So obviously I didn't seal something properly, or something didn't go together properly there. So to figure out what I did wrong, I'm going to have to tear this apart again, which means undoing probably about half of what I did last time. We need to get the alternator off, the intake off, and pull the head. So we're going to do that. I'm not sure how much of it I'll film, but we'll see. But yeah, we'll get this taken apart and see if we can figure out what I did wrong. Got the carb off, the valve cover off, the radiator hose is off, the thermostat, not thermostat, the temperature sender is off, disconnected. Some of the other hoses are disconnected. So next we will, one more hose down here has to be disconnected. That little one right there. And then I can undo the bolts and take the intake off, and then we can start pulling the head off. it was leaking out of this area here. And you can see there's an impression from the gasket or whatever along there, but not in other places, which is a little odd. So, it could have been coming out of this water jacket, because there's, feels like coolant there. Or it could have been coming from this one and moving along the edge of the gasket. But to me, this one looks fairly well sealed up, so to me I think it was right here. It wasn't quite sealed. So that would put it right in this spot here, where there is no gasket. Which is odd. Oh, did I have this on? I put this gasket on upside down. Son of a... I didn't even notice that. I bet that's what I did. This is upside down. Or flipped over, left to right. Oh shit. Did I do that on the other side? I hope not. Hand in there. Shit. Let's see if I can get my hand in there. Alright, so feel around under here, and I don't feel any gaskets sticking out in that spot. So this side I did correctly, but this side somehow I managed to put the head gasket on backwards or upside down. I'm smart, but and now we're leaking more coolant. Son of a... Oh well. I've already made a huge mess in my driveway. A little bit more won't matter. So, this was supposed to go this way. Because then that would be there. And it would close up that hole there. Because the way I had it, it was sitting like that, basically. So, it was sitting like that. Because I didn't double check what I was doing. I did buy a new one of these. Not sure where I put it. I'll get that. So, that's obviously my problem. I should have been a little bit more careful when I was putting that on. So learn from my mistakes, double check what you're doing first. So I will clean up all this gasket material, put the new head gasket on this, and put it as far back to as I can. I'm going to have to wait a few days for a new intake gasket because I didn't think ahead enough to order a new one of those. So yeah, so right now I'm just going to quickly re-clean the surfaces on the head and on the, on the engine block and the head. So I'm going to scrape all that RCV off and redo it. Alright, so I've scraped off all the gasket material on the deck here and the head over there. I took that rag and shook it out off the motor and then vacuumed up everything as best I could. So now I'm going to redo the RVT and put the gasket on and try to put the head back on. The new gasket. I did buy a new one because I wasn't sure if I'd be able to save the old one and keep insurance just to get a new one. But yeah, so we'll start putting this back together. now, put the push rods back in, and the rockers, and the valve cover will just probably sit on top because I think it'll be in the way when I go put the intake back on later. So I'll just set it on there just to cover it up. But we'll put the push rods and the rockers on. So the rockers are back on. Just set that on to protect it. The push rods are in. You can't see, but anyways. Now we're going to try to put this header back on yet again. And hopefully for the last time, because yeah, that's really annoying taking that thing on and off. So we're going to put the header back on. I might throw the alternator back on just loosely. Can't do intake. I'm trying to get my gasket. So yeah, we'll do those couple of things and then we'll see what time it is. The header's back on. That was a pain in the butt. Alternator is loosely in place. There's some moving if I need to. Hook up a few wires. Get around to the motor. That's pretty much all I can do with the motor right now until I get the new intake gasket. So, I'm not sure what we'll do next. First I'm going to clean up my mess, and then we'll figure out what the next thing to do is. I bought some seatbelts, because the retractor on this one isn't locking out, it keeps tightening as you're driving. And these are blue, and we're going for a black and white type of look. But no one makes this exact seatbelt. See, this one has a retractor here, and a retractor here, but no one makes that. So these are actually for a late 70s Camaro. They have the retractor that mounts just to the ceiling, and then it just mounts kind of to the floor here. But you're going to have to modify these old retractors to use them as stands, because they still need the height. And then I can put the seatbelt off of that. I'm hoping they fit. But that means also I have to take the seats out and all this trim and stuff I have in here so I can get to work on it. So we'll do that real quick. But they're not perfect, but they will work. Up there, I would say perfectly fine. I don't know if the trim will fit, the little plastic piece that hides it. But for now, it fits. It bolted in straight in, not a problem. That bolted in, not a problem either. This plastic part on the outside, this is a little odd. I actually had to kind of crimp it there, or I flexed it there and it crimped itself. But that should be okay. Here, normally the Camaro ones bolt to the body here. There's no hole there for it. And this, I need this bracket here, which is the old retractor, because the seat sits on top of this and bolts here, and then it bolts to the floor. So what I did is ran a bolt through here with a nut on it, and just so this will hold in place. It's not tightened down. I'm probably going to take this back off and hit it with a coat of black paint. So that's the passenger side one. So I need to do the driver's side the same, and then I need to pop out the back seats and figure out that. The old retractors I'm using now just as a bracket, they got a coat of flat black paint. I was all out of satin black, so or semi-gloss black, so yeah, flat black. But that should work pretty good. The rear seat belts went in okay. I put the retractors in the middle because they fit better there. This is at a slight angle, so that's more flat, so they come out nicer there. Because they're meant for the Camaro, I think they're actually meant to go on the side and come out this way. But whatever, it's not a big deal. It just means this is on the outside instead of the middle. It's a little funny, but that side, I haven't been able to put the little short belt in because the bolt broke off when I was doing the seat change back here, and I can't get it out. So I might fight with that later, but it's getting to be dinner time, so I'm going to take a break. That'll be it for today. I'll have to come back out tomorrow and finish this stuff up. And as for the engine, I'm still waiting on that gasket, and I think I ordered one. It should get here in a day or two, so hopefully it's pretty quick. Alright, so it's the next day. I haven't really done much yet, but I did throw the back seat in the car, so I'll tip the eyes around and give you a quick shot of that. So yeah, I don't know if I showed it with the back seat in place yesterday, but there it is. I'm pretty sure the seat belts will all work out fine once I get those brackets put in over there as well. I did throw a coat of satin black on because I did find some satin black paint, so semi-gloss. So they are now coat of paint. And I decided, since while I have the seats out, I will try to dye them white to match the rest of it. I really don't care about these seats that much. They're sort of temporary until I can afford to get those ones redone. Because those are the proper ones for it. But I don't have the money to have them refinished right now, so these ones will have to do for now. So we're just going to quickly prep them and hit them with this, the same stuff I've been using on everything else, which is the vinyl and fabric paint from Buick. So it's the same stuff I've been using on the interior panels and whatnot. We'll see how well it works on the seats. The first pass didn't really do much for the fabric. It lightened it a little bit, but the plastics definitely got more result from the first pass. It's a good thing I bought lots of this stuff. I'm going to need a lot for these pedals to it. But yeah, we'll throw a few more coats on these, and maybe I'll throw those brackets in the car. But yeah, I'm going to have to get some more white fabric paint because one of the cans, as soon as I went to use it, decided to explode on me. And it's not covering that well. And the plastic is doing fine, but the fabric is not doing great. So I'll have to go get some more paint for these, or dye, or whatever the heck it is. So it's been about a week since the last video. I put a couple more coats of that Duplicolor fabric dye on the seats. As you can see, the plastic part came out white. The seats kind of just made them lighter. So I'm pretty much just going to stop messing with those. They are what they are. And it makes the texture kind of rough. So I don't really like it, but like I said, I don't really care about these seats that much. They're just temporary until I get the proper ones fixed, or find something better if I can't get the proper ones fixed. Or the ones I found. Anyways, I'll show you some other stuff I've been doing. So I threw in a cheapo Amazon little radio. I picked this one because it kind of suited the look of the car. It has a sort of a little bit of a retro look, but it doesn't quite fill up the hole. And I didn't cut the opening for this, someone else did. So there's still a gap up here, but it's not too bad. I threw in a couple of speakers in the back package tray over there. The battery's not hooked up right now, but it does work. So I have at least some music while driving around in this. Hopefully I'll be able to hear it. Currently it still doesn't have an exhaust. But the part you guys are probably more interested in is the engine is back together. So new head gasket, new intake gasket, even to replace the new ones I had already put in it. I did put more coolant in it, and nothing seems to be leaking out now. So it looks like I did fix that problem. I haven't really set the timer or tried to start it. I don't have a lot of gas in the car. I just threw back in what was in it when I took the gas tank out. So I don't know if it's enough to fire it, but I think I'm going to try to start it now. Like I said, the timing is just sitting in there, so it might not be right, and it's loose, so I can adjust it. So that might need some playing with. I did have to, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but in most of the online stuff, the manual doesn't say where to put the rotor. It just tells you the firing order. And online, a lot were suggesting putting the rotor up here for number 1, which I thought was a little odd. But if I did that, a couple of my spark plug wires wouldn't reach properly. So I put number 1 down here. So hopefully there's enough rotation in this that I can get it to fire off. But we will see. But I think that's what we're going to try right now, is to hook up the battery and see if we can get it to start. Or even turn over, for that matter. I think I have everything hooked up correctly. But let's wait and see. Alright, battery's hooked up. Sit that there somewhere. And then we'll see if it'll start up. Well, it turns over. That's a good start. So we're going to get my timing right, so hopefully you can kind of see where I'm at. I might have that Talina come out and help. Anyways, right back here.
Okay. What am I doing?
You're going to turn it over while I see where it's firing and try to maybe feed it some WD-40 to see if it'll fire off.
So just turn the key?
Yeah.
I enjoy the seat.
Alright, my timing's off.
Huh?
Pretty sure the timing's off. Okay, do it again. Keep doing it. Alright. Maybe there's a few. And then try that. Alright. That's weird. Alright, let's... Alright, try again. Alright, the battery's dying. So I'll have to put it on the charger and try it in another while.
Okay.
But I think my timing's out too. And
well,
alright.
it smells like it's trying.
Well, yeah, a little bit of fuel up to the filter, so I mean some of the fuel's coming up.
Okay.
Might have to fiddle with the spark plugs and the timing because I had to change the way they were laid out because the way they wanted it didn't work with my spark plug riders. So might have to change that. And I think what the problem is I don't have enough movement to get it to where it needs to be. So I'm going to try turn it over one more time. I'm just going to push this as far over as I can get it. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I have to put the battery on the charger.
Okay.
Alright. Alright, so it's actually I early from work today, so I figured I'd try to get this thing started. So what I did. So what I've done, well, okay, so last clip it wasn't running right. I was a little frustrated. So today I came back and tried again. I thought maybe it was 180 out, so I double checked my timing and whatnot, and it was fine. But I decided to put it, because I had put it down here, the rotor down here, so that the wires would fit. So I put it back up top where they were suggesting before, and I got a different wire to make up the difference for the one that was too short. Then I played around with it for a bit, trying to get it to go. The problem was the screws for the distributor cap, they run into the block or the intake manifold. So you have to get the rotor in just the right spot to have enough play to time it out. So now I've got it pretty much timed out. So I'll fire it up for you guys. It's pretty loud because there's still no exhaust on it. Alright, so there we go. It runs. Don't have to play with the idle and whatnot, obviously. But I don't want to run it too much because I still have to do the handbraking. And I don't have a whole lot of gas right now. I want to put in a little bit. So I have to get some more gas and then I'll do the handbraking. And I might build the exhaust before I do that. But we'll see how it goes. Alright, so that'll be it for this episode of Just A GearHead. Please comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. It definitely helps out. If you guys want merchandise, t-shirts and whatnot, they're on my Redbubble page, which is a link in the description below. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.